everyone, my name is Lois Ellen Frank and I'm the chef owner of Red Mesa Cuisine in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And with me today I have Walter Whitewater, who is also from Red Mesa Cuisine, and we're going to be showing you how to make a cactus pad salad. But before I start that, I just want to tell you some of the benefits. The cactus, or the nopal, these are the leaves, tender leaves of the nopal cactus, are really, really healthy. And some of the health benefits include antiviral, they protect nerve cells, contains lots of antioxidants, regulates blood sugar, treats an enlarged prostate, reduces cholesterol, and eliminates hangovers, and also is just very, very healthy. It's a perfect food for anybody with diabetes. So great. Chef Walter's going to start by showing you how to clean the cactus. And go ahead, Wal, and let's get started.
So how I usually start is, instead of using this way, usually you'll butcher your the pad, the meat here. So stay away from that. Is like, this is the
So you're using the unsharp side of the knife, okay?
Yes.
So yeah, and that's because we want to get all those little pieces off the cactus pad. And you know, whenever we're dealing with wild foods are very sacred, and so we never throw anything away. What are we going to do? We're going to put all of these pieces and everything into a bowl, and that's going to go back to the earth, right? Because we really want to respect our wild foods and make sure that we're really respecting this plant, because it's a very sacred plant, and food is our medicine, right?
Yes.
So food is very important in native, and just show them what you're doing. So what are we doing here now?
Cutting the bottom part off, and then I usually like
follow the edging around, right?
Yes.
Okay. So good. So we're following the edge of that cactus all the way around, and again, we're putting it in the bowl. This can go back to the earth or composted for beautiful. That looks great. All right. Just getting all of those little spines, right? Because cactus is,
so what I do,
and that's why
then,
we have gloves.
Yeah. Just make sure wipe it, and then sometimes you're gonna go through that first.
Great. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it 4 times, because this is what's in this. And while Chef Walter's doing that, I'm going to start to roast the red bell pepper. So we're using an open flame, and we're just gonna blacken the outsides so that we can peel it. So I'm gonna get started with that. And again, getting all those spines off from the cactus, trying to keep your work area clean, because these spines can get in your hands, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we just want to be careful. But we love cactus. Cactus is a wild food, and you used to use this when you used to harvest this when you were small, right? Why don't you tell that story?
Yes, we used to harvest this. When you start harvesting, make sure you go by protocols. That you just don't go out into the desert and start picking, you know. Make sure you go about in the right way, making an offering. Then that's how we usually do it. And then have a pebble or a stick, you know, rattle the bushes and make sure there's no creature or anything laying underneath there. So we share with others too. So
animals, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's number 2. You can see that that's perfectly done. And then I'm just going to rinse these, right?
Yeah.
To rinse off.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And so cactus pads you can harvest in the wild, but you can also buy it at a store. Usually it's in the Latin food section of your supermarket, right? So a lot of stores will sell the tender cactus pad leaves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, you're just taking the back side of your knife and wiping that off, right?
Yes.
And then for this particular dish, we're gonna cut these into strips and we're gonna be blanching these. So you can grill cactus, you can blanch it, and yep, see him cutting around the edge there, guys. Just cutting that edge off, and you end up with a perfectly piece of cactus, getting all of those spines off. Beautiful. Yeah. Great. Okay. So let me rinse that one, and then one more to go. Look at how beautiful that is. They're just, it's such an amazing food. And the nopal actually comes from the prickly pear cactus, and you can also use the fruits. And so we're going to be doing another demo using the fruits, which are purple and quite delicious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for this, we're using the leaves and just getting all those spines and little prickers off. Yep. And then again, watch Walter cut the end off, and then of course cut all the way around. Nice, all the way around, and get that edging off. That's going to have spines, but you don't have to worry about those because you're cutting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then put it in your bowl, ready to put back to the earth. All right, so let me rinse that one off. And then let's go ahead and show them how to cut it.
So what I usually do, just wipe this on all of them, so you don't want, because it'll get very slippery and slimy.
And that's actually what's good for you, right?
Mm-hmm. That's where the medicine is.
That's where the medicine. Food is definitely our medicine, and that's where the medicine is on the cactus.
See,
right.
you can see how thickness is. What I usually do when they're like that, I would try to like even everything out to where they can cook the same, or when you boil them, or you can grill these too.
Yeah.
So what I do is just cut it in half, and some people would like, however you feel.
So we're doing strips for the salad today, right?
Yeah.
Great. And yeah, and about the size. You don't want to make them too big. You don't want to make it too small. Yeah.
Because for me, when I plate, I like everything pretty, because when you're plating, that's where it's gonna. It's very important that you have everything look nice from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so it will look nice on the plate. So, and I always do it that way.
Right.
It's something that you can't rush.
Right.
Through right now, some of the like.
Yeah, and then what we're gonna, in the background, I'm roasting my bell pepper, and I'm gonna show you guys how we had that bell pepper. You wanna blacken all the way around. That's the next thing that we're gonna do. See these beautiful strips? Really nice. And you can even eat this raw too, right?
Oh yeah.
It's got lots of medicine. We're gonna be cooking it today, but yeah, it's edible in the raw stage as well.
Make sure you have your hand all flat, so that way you don't cut yourself. And sometimes you feel like, it's okay to do that. Make sure you wipe your board, so that way it can grab and be easier to cook.
Yeah. Beautiful little pieces, yeah. Perfect. So what we're doing now is just getting everything ready for the salad, and then we're gonna be putting that together.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So while Chef Walter's cutting the rest of those cactus, look at how beautiful that is, huh? I have a roasted red bell pepper, and I put it in a bowl with a plastic wrap on top, and this is called the cool down or the sweating process. And we do this with chilies. It's a perfect way. And as it cools down, you can see that skin just comes right off that bell pepper. And so what we're going to be doing is just removing the black skin. it's edible, so you don't have to get sort of over zealous about getting all the black off, but we're going to get off as much as possible. And then we're going to make an incision, and we just want to get the top off. You can see the top and the seeds here, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And then what you're going to do is just do a final rinse with water to get off any skin and any seeds that you may have missed. Okay? All right, beautiful. So our cactus is ready to go now, and the next thing Chef Walter's gonna do is show you guys how to do oranges, right?
Yes.
And we're going to be segmenting the oranges. So I'll talk a little bit about what you're gonna do there.
I'm gonna cut the oranges. Usually cut on the bottom off and then the top part. So that way it does not roll around, so you have a safe, secure, so you can cut.
So you're just following it around.
Yeah, so once you know where the skin is and the fruit is, so that way you know, then you start just going around, Just take your time, not to rush. Just cutting the top part off.
We're getting all the white, right? You're getting all of that off. Sometimes you have to go back around and get more of it off, right?
Yeah. So whatever you feel comfortable with, I'm sure Lois is always comfortable with something smaller.
My hands are a little smaller, so yeah. Beautiful. So see, he's getting off all that white part, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start to segment the orange, right? And I'm going to be using a paring knife. So I like a small knife, and I'm just going to hold that orange and follow the natural segments of the orange. And then those just come right off, and that's what I'm going to be putting in the bowl. So just following it around. And Walter, you're doing the same thing over again, right?
Yeah.
Just cutting all that part of the orange off. So here I'm just taking those oranges and following the natural segments. And this, not only is it a beautiful texture, but it looks really pretty on the plate when you do it like this, right? So that's what we're aiming for here with these oranges. And then we don't like to waste anything, do we?
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the orange and just squeeze that juice out, because there's still a little bit of juice left, right? And then that goes into our compost bowl. Perfect. So again, following the segments. And then in the background, I haven't forgotten, I'm still roasting my red bell pepper, so you want to just check on that, give it a turn, right? And then again, but kind of relaxing, isn't it? I enjoy this part of the process. You?
Yeah.
It's really, well, we both love cooking, huh? So, and this salad is so good, isn't it? It's refreshing, it's nutritious, it's delicious. It's just got some great flavor, and it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful salad, utilizing one of our favorite things, which is that nopal or prickly pear cactus leaf. So getting all the segments done on the orange, and then just giving it a little squeeze, and then going on to the next one. So 3 things are in this salad. We have the cactus leaves, we have the orange segments, and then we also have the roasted red bell pepper. So got lots of color.